Hey guys, what's going on? White Fox 1225 here, and today we have our first impressions of ESO. So ESO is officially launched for early access. I woke up at like 6 this morning, took a shower, and just sat down and played. And I've just super enjoyed my time in Tamriel so far. So you guys already know what I like and don't like about the game. I've talked about that in my ESO Saturdays. So basically I want to talk about the things that have changed from beta to launch. So first off, there's a new intro to the game. So before you were just kind of dumped in your cell in Coldharbour, but that's not the case anymore. There's this really awesome cutscene. It left me feeling just really epic. There was some awesome music. It was kind of like the cutscenes in Oblivion, Skyrim. It was the perfect way to set the game, and coming out of it I just felt pumped to start killing stuff and start playing the game. The next thing I want to talk about is that there is no more weapon racks in Coldharbour. You only have a few choices. You have like the sword and shield option, and then you have like a staff, and then there's a two-handed weapon. So it's not that big of a deal, except for the fact that there's no bow, which got me a little annoyed. And I kind of just wanted to play through Coldharbour with a bow, which I wasn't able to. It didn't end up being that big of a deal because the Prophet gives you like a little gift box, which I think's just some random items. And I ended up getting a bow. So it wasn't a huge deal, but again, it would have been nice if they had just left a bow on the table as well. The next thing, which is probably the biggest thing, is that there are way less bugs than the beta. The beta just had so many bug quests, and I'm really happy to say that a lot of those are gone. On Bleakrock Isles, I don't think I encountered any bugs, and then in Shadowfen, I did encounter 2 bugged quests, but that's out of like probably 30 quests, so it's not that big of a deal, and you know, it's just way better than the beta. The bugs were something that was kind of game-breaking, but they did fix a lot of them, and that's just really great. So hopefully you guys can get in game and just finish all your quests like the game should be. And the bugs that do still exist, hopefully they'll just iron out as the launch progresses to the actual launch and not the early access. So I did get further into the Ebonheart storyline. I had gotten like 5 hours in before I decided that I didn't want to do anymore, not to spoil it for the real game. So I switched to the Altmerry in the beta. But I did really like it. I thought some of the characters were really great. I think they were brought to life really well. Some really great dialogue, some funny dialogue, and I just really enjoyed going further into the storyline. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but I also got to my first boss fight, which was really fun. And I was able to, you know, do that, and it was pretty challenging, but not too challenging. I think they did a really good job with it. Moving on, I actually started to read more books. In the beta I did read some, but I was more focused on leveling up and getting to PvP. So I did get a chance to read more books in the actual early access today, and I have to say I really enjoyed the books. They were definitely as rich and as full of lore as the ones in Skyrim and Oblivion. Actually came across a cool play, so you know, just a lot of different stuff, you know, reading skill books, like plays, like I said, that I found, and just a bunch of different stuff that helps you get into the world of Tamriel even more than the game already does. So really great job with the books. ZeniMax did a great job. So another thing that's different from the beta is there are so many people in every city. The cities are just flooded with people, which is really cool. And one thing that I really do like about the Elder Scrolls Online is it's hard to tell an NPC from a character. The name doesn't come up huge, and it's actually really nice. You know, for a little bit I just sat looking at people pass, you know, doing emotes, like eating. It was just a really nice experience, and I really like having more people in the world. Even Bleakrock Isles, which was a starter island that you don't even have to do, was full of people to group up with and play with, which was really nice. I used some of the vanity pets for the first time, and they were kind of cool. It was kind of nice that they followed you. It was just kind of nice to have a companion, but my one complaint is that you can't rename them. I don't know, it's just something that I would have liked to done, and actually have it feel more like my pet than just an object, but that's just kind of me. What else? Something I came across in the actual game is that I couldn't really find enough crafting supplies. I really wanted to get into armor smithing right away, and I really struggled to do so because I just couldn't get enough rawhide scraps. In Shadowfen, there didn't seem to be enough animals to kill. In Bleakrock Isles, I was killing wolves and getting a lot of stuff, but I was struggling to do that in Shadowfen. But right now I'm just really loving the game, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys want to group up or anything, just like leave me a comment. You can search me and add me as friend, just White Fox 1225, like the YouTube channel. Yeah, so hopefully we get to group up and play together. If you are interested, my guild is still accepting new members, and that is the Bearborn clan. There will be a link in the description. We're a role-playing guild, but we also do just a buttload of everything else, PvE, PvP, crafting, trading, really anything. And yeah, we just pretty much do everything. So if you are interested, make sure you join up. I will have a full review out in the next couple weeks. I really want to get really far into the game before I give you guys my final thoughts. I don't want it to be rushed at all. So that will come in like a week or two. And until then, I'll just have lots of guides and things like that for ESO. My first one is just going to be a list of helpful tips for ESO that I've learned throughout the way that maybe you didn't know about, and that's probably going to come out either tomorrow or Tuesday. So if you're interested, make sure you look for that. If you liked the video, give it a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.